Basic science also has the remote pod, and I'm very much liking the idea of the remote pod. Science, enough science to get some more rocket parts. Jeb.
You gotta be smart about it.
Now we
Yeah,
done
that's
left,
not something we are.
we done left Jeb in space.
Damn it all to hell.
He's fine for now. Apparently they don't have to eat or go poop or anything. There's a new star in the sky, as he says.
Oh, no.
Well,
that's incredible. I'm not sure.
yay! That's a roughly circular orbit, is it not?
Honey?
Huh?
Honey?
What? 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 What's going on?
How long have you been in your sleep?
I don't know. I've been just playing the game, I thought. Why? What's going on?
What did you do?
Well, we were playing the game, and Jeb
When
went
you're
up
back
and
at the
died.
start page.
Yeah, but no, Jeb went up. He died. We had a
No.
memorial. What? What do you mean?
No,
we had
Jeff
a memorial.
didn't die.
Wait, no. Let's go back here. So here we go. Let's get the game
No.
sound on too while we're at it. So,
No.
so Jeb died.
No.
Yeah, Jeb died,
No.
and then we had a memorial, and then we had like Valentina flu, and it was all yay and great. And you don't remember that?
No, I think you must have been dreaming.
Really? What do you mean? Look, so here it says here on the thing. It says the up and away career.
Okay.
Year 1, day 1, 5
Day 1.
0 flights. Science only 21?
Yeah.
Oh God, what happened here?
Yeah. We're.
Oh. Let's see.
No.
Quick save. Cancel that. Up and away career. Okay. What's going on here? Let's go to the app. Jeb? Available for mission?
Yeah.
Ah,
Hello.
I just dreamed all that? No, but seriously, I learned that pressing F9 too long reloads it from some save point, and apparently that was way back on day 2. Episode 2. Frustration.
But take a bow.
So we have rewound the career to before Jeb's first flight. And we have a couple of missions. Let's see what are our missions.
So see? No, Kerbal's dead.
Yep, this is true. On the plus side, no Kerbal has died. Of course, we also don't have any spacecraft, apparently.
Well, here we go again. Here we go.
Mic was off for a cough. Darn it. Look, I don't even have my upgraded launch pad. I'm gonna need my upgraded launch pad if I have enough money.
No.
Launch pad.
I don't think you do.
Right click on the launch pad. Upgrade 50 whatevers. I got 270. Let's do that. Yay. Alright.
But what did you call that before? Just a pile of gravel or something?
It was literally just like a little concrete pad. Yeah, it wasn't much.
And what was big? This 50,000 good?
Well, it's got all sorts of. Well, you'll see it in a minute here. First, let's just. Okay, we have to have a spacecraft. So we're going to specify our spacecraft a little more exact now, because numbers and acronyms and such, right?
Yeah.
That's the rule. So we're going to have, besides the capsule and the heat shield and parachute, which is kind of a given, we're going to have 4 fuel tanks. Then we're going to have the Reliant engine. Then we're going to have 7 fuel tanks. We're going to have the swivel engine. And then we're going to have 2 boosters. That's what I'm going to call this thing. The 4R 7S2B.
Sure, why not? A or 1.
Tanks. Engine. Tanks. Engine. Boosters. There we go. Oh, true. That's got fins. This is true. That's kind of a self-descriptive.
What about
right?
the?
Well, it's of course going
So
to have a
there's going to have a
capsule.
ring. What's the ring? The
decoupler. Yeah, we're going to have those, of course.
Yeah.
Those are a bit of a given.
Decoupler. It doesn't even sound like a real word.
It doesn't come up in the spell check. The spell check doesn't think it exists. So let's see. Then we want ourselves
Staging. These are all the keywords that I have learned. I don't know anything about this game.
Really? I only have this one little tiny heat shield. That's how far back I am.
Hey.
A little tiny
You learned
heat
a
shield
valuable
better
lesson.
than nothing. Yes, I did.
Let this be a lesson to everybody.
Save often. So, little heat shield anyway.
So in life we know save often.
Right. It is a software package like any other. That doesn't look right. What is wrong with it?
Let's hold up their decoupler.
Huh? There you go. That doesn't seem to work so well with this heat shield. Oh well, we're just going into orbit anyway. We're not going to go terribly far into orbit.
But don't you have to have that?
Well, we have something of a heat shield to begin with. Let's see, what's it rated
Something
at?
of a.
Something of a.
That's what you just said to me. We have something of a.
Well, we have, let's see.
Tuckle torque.
Doesn't really say.
Rigid attachment off.
Yeah, that's where you can make things attach without actually being
Configure vessel naming.
sort of normal. So people make all sorts of weird ones with, like, fireworks, if you will.
Control point default.
Yeah. So, like toggle torque would be...
Toggle torque.
Reaction wheels active or disabled. That's no good. Need the reaction wheels for adjusting our position, our attitude. Toggle flag. Okay. Does that mean there's a flag on it or something?
I don't see a flag.
Oh, I see it either.
It's very small up there. I don't see one.
Right, well. So yeah, there's a bit of there's a heat shield built in, and then you can get extra heat shield for being extra safe.
It doesn't sound really.
Doesn't sound totally legit.
A bit of a.
So fuel tanks. These are not the fuel tanks I was hoping for. I mean, I know I was spoiled with sandbox,
Yeah.
but
Spoiled back to 2 days worth of work.
So, because these are the smaller tanks, I'm gonna need 8 of them.
Oh.
4.
And then that one's not really not going to need re-entry.
Hopefully.
With 8 tanks?
Well, we can cut them off early and ditch
Sure.
them and stuff. We don't have to burn up all
You
the
can
fuel.
cut them off early.
I've only got the one swivel engine. Schnurr. Alright. One swivel engine.
They're heavy. It's heavy.
I don't have any
I learned that.
again.
Fins?
Well, we're not quite there. We need there.
There's fins right
A
there.
coupling
Up there at the top.
for the thing.
Coupling.
Decoupler. So that is our orbit deorbit stage.
Staging. Did you
Yep.
stage it? No.
That does not come before it. Well, these two come together. Now and now. Alright, now we need some more tanks. You're welcome. And this is the first stage core.
Well, that doesn't need a decoupler.
I believe there was one. Yeah. There is one.
Like
This one. Zoom in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. I'm not very good with my keyboard today. This is why we switched to the controller. Alright,
easier?
that's 8, 10. I think so, yeah. So that's a total of, what, 8 tanks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
You can't tell those all run together. The black. I can't get that.
yeah. 8,
Not the one with glasses on.
16 tanks. I really wish I had bigger
Wait.
tanks. Alright,
How big
so
are you gonna make it?
big enough to get to orbit safely and to return before Kerbal on the first try. Yet again, the first try.
It was huge.
Really, you gotta change them one at a time? Oh well, I don't care then. Let's see, where's his window? His window is facing south. I learned this by default, so that's good. Alright, now we need another engine. Yes. First stage center core engine. And now we're going to need to so a few things. When this decouples, yes, that's our organization of the what do you call it? Center of mass, center of pressure. So when you have it like this, it tends to flip over head over heels if it's in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so since this whole part is not really meant to fire inside the atmosphere, it doesn't matter. Or it doesn't matter as much. The aerodynamics don't matter because there's no aero. But then we attach this bad boy. So during this stage, we really want this to be inside, or if it's below the center of mass, then it stays very stable, upright. It stays wherever you point it through the air. But it's hard to turn it. If it's well below, then you can't turn it at all. If it's too high above, you tend to flip over. But you can also adjust this yellow, the center of mass, by changing your amount of thrust. So I've been watching old launches, not because every time you go to YouTube for a lesson about orbital mechanics, they're playing Kerbal to show you what the example is. So instead, I went and just looked it up. well, not totally old school. It wasn't Wikipedia. It wasn't.
I didn't go to the library.
No, I didn't get out the house.
Microfiche.
So, along those lines, we will need the finnage, right?
Yes, fins.
And I'm going to have 2 boosters, so I'm going to have 4 fins. Plus the number of fins. Control. Also add or subtract from the drag. So now, with all these finnage, right? Yeah. We got our blue ball way down low.
Blue ball way down low. Do you have a blue ball way down low?
Way down low. Well, below the yellow ball. And
I thought you said
if your blue ball dangles deeply longer than your yellow ball, go to a doctor. Now, the other thing to take into account is I want my boosters to be on the east and west side because I'm only going to put 2 boosters. We're going to put them on the east and west side, so it's going to want to fly towards either the east or the west. I should say the boosters are on the north and the south side. So the flat sides of the rocket. Well, it'll be obvious here shortly. Let's see. These got to be put on just so, otherwise they tend to run into each other. It doesn't look good.
Oh.
And let's see. Pretty much right there. And I think we want this to be roughly was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's right about there. The idea is you want the wind to blow the boosters away from you and apart from each other, so they don't crash into each other on your rocket end. Blow away your own rocket. What fun! So, this thing, in whatever time it spins going up through the thinner part of the atmosphere, it's going to just fly like an arrow. It's going to be really hard to change its angle. So we're going to take off at about like 67, 2/3 throttle on the liquid core with just 2 solid boosters. The hammers. Let's go throw on the hammers. Ugh.
No, you don't have the hammer.
Alright, we're going to put 4 of these guys on. And we're going to hope it works well enough. Ah, dang it.
There goes the girl. Oh.
You just stay over there for the moment.
I'm sorry. Billy down. Oh, all her stuff is gone.
Yeah, I'm using her pillow. Sorry, puppy. I know I'm cruel.
That's really cruel, man.
Alright. So I guess we'll try 4 of these. Got a lot better at placing these the first time. Yeah. Alright, well this wasn't exactly my ideal design,
hey,
but I don't have the big boosters.
You did it. Uh-oh. Updating.
There's a problem though. That's going to be really hard to yaw over. Oh well, we'll trust the first stage will get it, or the orbit stage will get us into some sort of minimum orbit.
I want to play a picture mode.
I don't know. Is that how you can play back?
I don't want to do that. Okay. Alright,
we're going to need some lids to these guys at least. Alright, now I wonder if these will fly off like the Soyuz. Not Soyuz. Soyuz is the capsule.
Yeah.
The Vostok
I know what
5
you're talking
or something
about.
like that. I forget the name of it. Somebody will come in here and correct us eventually. Alright, so this is going to want to go mostly straight up. So it's going to be a little hard to... But we'll go for it now, and let's take a look. Where's our contracts? Well, first off, staging.
Yeah, it's all about the staging.
That's got to be down there. And these guys blow away. And that detaches, and this guy fires. Which I don't necessarily need to do that. I think I'm going to save the firing of the rocket, the second stage rocket, until we coast to the top of our arc. Hopefully this whole first stage will get us to 70 kilometers, which is space. And then when we get up there at the top of the arc, we're going to take a right at Albuquerque and pitch over and then just blast away with the second stage until we get to some full stable orbit. And if not, we'll land on the other side. Alright, we're off to the launch pad. We check staging.
That only took 25 minutes.
Oh, only. Well, there's...
Most of it was you going, oh, oh.
Well, I might have to cut my top stage down a little because 4,000 is more than enough. Maybe, it's maybe a little overbuilt. Anyway, let's go to launch and check it out.
How many pieces?
Too many parts. Dang it. Over 30 parts. How many do I have?
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. 44. Alright, well, then I guess, I don't know. Maybe that many. I just like the way this works.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it.
Where are we at now?
40, oh, it's not 44.
10 parts. Ugh. Booster goes away. Thing goes away. Pin goes away. Everybody gets to cut down to 3. Then comes back at 3. I don't know why I'm so zoomed out.
So I can see the big whole thing.
Check out my big rocket. I can say that because it's actually a big rocket. Alright. Well, let's see. Oh. So,
you just took off the booster, and then you got too many boosters.
We can go to this mode where we can click on it and just like move it nicely. And then let's see. Doot, doot, doot. Why can't I go lower?
It is. The yellow ball, the blue ball.
Well, it's gonna make it hard to yaw over, but let's see, we're even still 6 parts to go. Oh well, first stage. I guess you get to be a little smaller. Wrong tool.
Absolute.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Well, let's see. Can't get rid of that. Can't get rid of that. I guess we can just get rid of one more upper stage fuel tank. It's 3274. This is barely enough for orbit. I believe it's barely enough for orbit. Let's see.
You've run out of gas so many times.
I know.
Don't forget to do science. That's all I know.
Yes, do science. So the see the 2 balls in the capsule. It just naturally wants to have the aerodynamic downward. That's why it's such a trustworthy design. 30 of 30. 31-21 on the Delta V.
Good luck.
Good luck. Saber. Go to launch. Now we have an improvement over the previous controls. Xbox controller is going to be, and has already shown itself to be, a whole lot better way of doing this kind of stuff. So let's double check staging, engine boosters, release boosters.
There's Jebediah.
Yay, Jib's alive! It's miracles. We like warped through time. So yeah, although this is 1117, that's 915. So these two together, the boosters and the center cores, should be enough to get to 70 kilometers. This extra 1,000 should be enough to circularize that 70 kilometer orbit, with hopefully enough to spare to deorbit. We'll see. I've gotten a lot more subtle with the throttle.
Godspeed, Jebediah.
Godspeed. Let's see. Missions. Test the swivel engine in flight over Kerbal. 28 to 30.
Let's go.
Oh, he's in.
Good evening.
How you doing? What? Sometimes it just doesn't stay. Test the heat shield. Well, we didn't put on the heat shield. So, we'll get, hopefully, this first one. 28 to 30 and...
Same mission as last time.
What's that?
Same mission as last time?
Not quite. I accidentally pressed F9 and we got rewound to day 2. So, I got like no science and no money. Had to re-upgrade the pad. On the plus side, I got a better controller, but
Jebediah didn't die.
Yeah, Jeb's not
You
dead.
have to hold F9, so that's a big wolf.
Yeah. And why you always quick save? It's because I accidentally assigned F9. Not accidentally. I intentionally assigned F9 to one of the OBS scenes, and not realizing it was also affecting the game. So that we don't use anymore, obviously. So anyway, let's send Jeb up and see how it goes, shall we?
So don't let him fool you. He was so upset about it. He has been griping and moaning.
I had gone in to check on reincarnate Jeb, who the one that respawned, who we managed to stick in orbit, and he was maybe gonna aero brake. Jeb Jr. Yes, it was gonna maybe aero brake. In fact, by the time I'd gone in there and done a little bit more practice and such, sure enough, he was going through the atmosphere at like 50,000 or 50 kilometers, and I thought, okay, well, let's do that, and then that's when I hit the wrong button. It was all back to...
It was horrible.
It was horrendous.
It was horrible. It was
But
a
anyway,
sad day of mourning.
Hopefully I've...
Smoke him if you got him, boy. This might be interesting.
Yeah. You ready? 3, 2, 1, fire.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, fire.
Would help if I fired the center core.
Oh boy. I don't think it's going to make it to space. Ignition confirmed. I don't think it's going to make it to space.
Don't be a
Rogue
Deborah Downing.
program off nominal.
Sass.
Off nominal.
Sass. Sitting there yabbering too much instead of paying attention to my stuff.
Pay attention.
Well, it's not too...
Thrust profile off nominal.
Oh, there's those boosters. They didn't blow up into each other, at least. Let's get a little more arc over. Come on. Arc over just a hair, shall you?
Launch profile not nominal. Abort to suborbital or abort to orbital ATO.
I don't know. We're going to see how far we get. Actually, what we need to do is see this. Yes, I'm going way too high up.
Situation awareness is off. Wrong way, boss. Going backwards, sir.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not trying to catch up with anyone. I just have to orbit.
Oh, Lord.
Do I have to orbit, actually? Let's see. I was done with that. So we'll ditch that. Oh, we can't orbit like that.
Like that?
But me
like
bucket.
that?
No, I can't. Apparently, I need the rotational assist
Yo,
of
you
the
can't.
planet. Yeah, I know. Yes,
No,
it's unnecessarily hard.
Unnecessarily hard.
Well, I'm going suborbital now. Well, I got some. Let's see, where is it? Got that. Let's take a look. Our 163. I still have another stage. I might be able to pull off something orbital.
Apoapsis.
Rolling sideways. I'm like going completely the opposite direction I should be.
You are going for a shallowing burn to reduce re-entry loading.
Does it look like I know what I'm doing? No, I think what I need to do, actually, I need to go this way, right? I need to just go completely, go for it, and see if we can orbit Jeb again.
Otherwise, I doubt orbit will be easy or possible. If you do reach orbit, you cannot return. Looks at paddle. I mean, I hope you do.
Look, if I like hang out in what do you call it here? Should quit wasting my electricity, actually. Well, I didn't manage to meet the contracts that I got, but let's see, where are we at?
Boy.
Let's see. Oh, we got it.
We're really bad at this game.
Imagine being the contractor.
No! And watch the right go the wrong way. And rolling drunkenly.
Well, that's why you program these kinds of flight maneuvers and you don't hand fly takeoff. I mean, really. Who hand flies takeoff?
We're not getting that 20 million back, are we?
No, not really. So, I'm just aiming for this angle of attack here. Then we're just going to blast until I got no liquid fuel left. Yeah? So we got full throttle as it is. We're just about ready. Let's see how far we can go.
At this point, you want to consider a safe abort profile.
Do I? Do I really?
He doesn't really listen.
Look, we got one. We're still negative.
I feel so silly. Me telling you the safe method.
Look. Oh, wah, wah, wah.
And up to some door. Yeah, right.
Well, actually, that does make for a nice, gentler re-entry.
Blind burn.
Was it blind? I knew what I was doing.
You burned blind.
I burned blind. I had a general idea what it would do. Yeah, I know.
Remember to burn in map view. So you know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, so you can see how far it goes. But you can also tell here, because as long as your periapsis is negative, that means you're hitting the planet soon.
Oh, so good. Did you see that?
Yeah, that is true. It is
off.
easier to watch when the lines actually come together, than to match the countdown exactly. But now we're just taking a tour.
Oh,
Let's do
a
some
3-hour tour.
Oh, we ain't got nothing left in there, so let's go ahead and stage that right over. I don't know. I don't like this country. I will drop a stage over this country because
Jebediah's like, what? Science gathering time. Thank you so much.
Let's get a crew report. Yay.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We have no idea.
Well, I think all we got is a crew report. We don't have any other...
Sir, you have a letter from Kyrgyzstan. They sound really angry.
Sorry. Thought it was going to land
Listen,
in the Kerberbian Ocean. I don't know what the names are.
Heat shield?
What heat shield?
Oh yeah, he said heat
I don't need no
heat
shield.
Heat shield.
I thought I had a nice, big, decent one, but it was just a little bitty heat shield. I thought he had some heat shield to begin with. It didn't say it didn't come with at least some heat shield.
It's like, I don't need goggles. I never use my eyes.
Well, this hole in the ground.
Oh.
Much like what we're apparently going to be in. Woohoo! Let's go upside down. Alright.
Seriously. Did you kill another Jebediah?
I don't know.
Better to have and not need them than to not have and need them. As my dad screamed at me many times about many things.
Looks like we're going to come in over some dirt.
There's a legit chance of catastrophic failure.
I know, it is, and it will be sad. But I've already mourned him, so whatever.
Depends on your entry speed and rate of descent in the atmosphere.
True. It does depend on how fast
Captain
you're
Obvious.
going.
Is that what you want me to say?
This kind of depends on how fast you're going and how angled you are to it. And whether you have enough electric charge left to stay on course.
Oh, boy.
One of these days, I'm going to find out what use this monopropellant is.
Your speed is going up.
Oop. How's my speed going up? Oh, well, my speed's going up because I'm coming in on the tight end of the orbit.
Tight end?
Yes.
You're falling ever faster.
This is still really twitchy. It's better than the fingers, though.
I'm swearing for no heat shield. No, I said that.
I know, but it didn't look right when I tried to attach it. Little tiny heat shield, everything was crooked. We wanted it to look cool and save his life, right? Or can it look ugly?
So you can turn on his light. Are you kidding
It's
me?
time to turn on the light, of course. Lights on!
He placed at a 45-degree angle, so no wonder.
Where on the pad, well, yeah, I wanted, 2 SRBs, the 2 bigger ones, but I don't have those anymore. So,
looking like someone threw a prism. I don't know why he's fascinated with that damn light. For the love of God.
Well, it does help in the navigation. So there's a couple of things. See this side of the capsule?
No.
This one where the flag is?
No. Prepare off nominal re-entry. No spit.
Really?
I will alert the next of kin. Poor Jebediah.
So the that side of the capsule.
So now that we know that they respawn, I'm not so upset about it.
True. But see, this window causes
Military tracking locked. And waiting to see what you're going to do.
Whoa.
Oh, you still lose massive amounts of money, respect, more money.
You mean even if I survive? Oh, even if he survive or doesn't
Tracking
survive?
debris field.
Oh no,
He's gonna live. I have a feeling, Vector Lock. Come on, Jebediah. It doesn't look too bad. It's not too crazy.
That's not what I want to do.
80% of max thermal load. Where do you see that?
I think that red bar.
Where?
There's a big red bar in the middle. That's kind of like a progress bar.
Standing by for max Q.
Maximum aerodynamic pressure.
90%. Oh. Master alarm. Beeping. I don't hear it beeping.
I don't hear it beeping. I don't hear no alarm.
I don't hear nothing. Just
Come on, it's 22,000.
It's holding. Come on.
It's holding.
Don't die, Jebediah. Rumbling. Oh. No, it's going down a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, Jebediah.
I notice I can bleed off a little temperature by
Oh, it's
rolling.
going down. It's going down. Speed is shedding just enough.
Just enough.
That's because you have the light on, honey. I'm sure of it.
It must be the magic of the light. Look into the light of the capsule. Miracles of miracles.
Just enough, not enough for the heating to continue to grow.
Oh, but we ended up on
The
night
aero
side.
capture was perfecto.
That was good.
Oh, look, you can see the horizon. That was pretty cool. Nominal re-entry. Uh-oh, Jebediah's gonna live.
Don't say, uh-oh, he lives. Or a normal vessel.
Standing by for shoot deployment.
It's a good time. We can be done with the sass. Let them dangle. Where's my spotlight? I can't see him. Let's see. Where are we from this ground? Oh, about 1,000 feet up, or 1,000 meters up. There's ground level.
Subsonic. You better do it. Helicopter, it has thermal image.
It would have to. I'm sure
Flare.
it's glowing.
Visual confirmation. I thought you didn't do night ones. Search and
Well, that
rescue
just
and
happens
route.
to be where we came in because, you know, we weren't exactly planning our re-entry all that well. I had built such a nice rocket that was nice and reliable for orbit, and then I lost the parts.
Craft smoldering and popping, paint peeling and smoking. Jebediah looks alright. Calm down.
Next time we send you up, eh? Yes, we send me up.
Yeah.
Yes, she says. Alright, onward. We can't do science with the puppy in the room.
Hi, sweetheart. Yes, she
She's
can.
nice. She's like very grunty and demanding. Oh, look, I'm landing in
I'm
Utah.
very grunting and demanding.
Look, it's the Kerbal, Utah, and the Kerbal Devil's Tower.
Thank you. She's our sweet, sweet puppy.
Yeah.
Stand by for touchdown.
Just a few meters away.
Retro rockets damaged due to heating. Oh, you're gonna.
Well, I'm only doing 5 meters a second. I should be able to. Jeb can handle it.
Don't die, Jeb. Don't die. Thermal damage considerable.
But you got your $20 bajillion worth, didn't you?
Did he?
I don't know. We didn't complete either contract.
Pressure vessel intact, but off nominal temp ratings.
Well, let's see. Crew report
Touchdown
on the
confirmed.
ground.
Really?
Oh, no, it's
You
not.
can see that before me.
I don't know how the. That's what I was looking for.
He didn't die.
Check the data. Stored
Russian
experiments.
helicopter en route.
Ah! Jump back on board.
Go get him.
Recover vessel before they get there. Take my
Jebediah.
technology. I'm not hearing the game. You hearing it? Oh, there it is.
I did not hear the game. Russians are your recovery.
Are you not hearing the game? I'm not there.
Now I hear the birds tweeting.
Alright. Did we miss that? Did you guys miss all the sound of the game?
Yep. I mean, they're the only nation.
My own special effects.
Now besides the U.S. You're right. Hi everybody that just came in the room.
True. Yeah, we got him back.
Jebediah.
From our
He
starting
didn't
over
die.
time. We got some 5 science.
You were sure he was gonna die.
Yeah, I thought he had some.
I know, he lived, he lived. I'm so excited.
Yay. I have not besmirched my record yet, again, for the first time. Let's see, what's in survivability? Yeah, the better heat shield.
Yeah, I need a heat shield for real.
And then in the general rocketry was the other engine.
So now you can take Jebediah's memorial down.
field thermal and... Oh, what do you mean take down the memorial? By now, there should be like a bajillion memorials for Jebediah.
Newspaper headline, Jebediah hero survives hasty re-entry.
Well, these are the necessary parts for me to make the rocket I want to make.
It's a very nice way of putting he's screwed up.
Yes. This will get us there. Telling you. This will get us to orbit.
Hi everybody, new coming in.
Let's see. I need to design a stand for that controller. So
The local hero proves the robust spirit of his hometown by nearly dying, but choosing not to.
So I'm going to go back to my original designation here.
Yeah, but you have to take off something to put the heat shield on.
Yeah.
Because it has 30.
Let's, oh, come here. Alright. So, take that guy off. Where are my contracts? The swivel engine at various speeds and altitudes. And immediately 6.25.
Starting over again.
6.25 is the reason why I don't do math in my head.
Yeah. You need some heat
Because
shielder.
it's wrong.
Since your part count reset, consider upgrading the DAV.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. Assuming we might have enough.
Ow!
If we do this. Oh,
I hit my funny bone!
oh, oh, my baby. Yeah.
That hurt like hell. Ow! Yeah, seriously, that hurt like hell.
So this is now it's going to live up to its name. B4R. There's a B4.
Did you get bigger tanks?
Yes.
Oh.
And the Reliant engine.
One of those things I'd love to change to CRISPR. CRISPR. That little baby heat shield pancake.
Yeah. It's not much, but
It
I
looks
do have
useless.
a contract to test it, so.
They're gonna protect you, so just so you know.
Well, you don't have to go too high. You just expend a lot of fuel.
He's cheap. Even in a game. I want to call the record for saying.
For saving. Now let's see. We got 4, the engine, the R, and then we need the 7 of these bad boys.
The wrong size heat shell was placed on this vessel. I hear you, but we don't have no choice.
I agree with you, but that's the one I have a contract to fulfill. I don't have a contract to fulfill the big one yet.
Avoid high heating and loading profiles.
So, don't come back fast. Is that what you're saying?
What?
Don't come back fast. 2, 4, 7, and then the swivel engine, and that's the designation.
Oy.
The 4R7.
It's a heavy engine.
S with the 2B and the 4 fin. I don't have the fins on there. I don't have the fins in the designation.
Fins.
Yes, but we will put fins.
Staging. Let's see the things I know. Staging fins.
On these.
What's the word that I decoupler?
Decoupler.
Gonna need some more boom.
Yes, this is where we use Mr. Big Thumper.
Hammer time.
Decoupler.
Thumper.
Goes on the first off. There's only 2 of them. And they go on the north and south sides.
How do you know what's north and south?
The default is the windows to the side.
Where's the window?
That right here.
Oh, that's it.
And because this window is inset slightly,
Yeah.
there's a different aerodynamic force on this side than the smooth side, or smoother side. So apparently it tends to want to go that direction.
Alright.
But that will be compensated for by the fact that there's 2 boosters on the sides. And it will want to go in one of the directions of keeping the boosters flat.
Not really, but a tiny bit. Well, when you're going whatever.
Not true. It's
for a long-
It's not much. I don't know if it's taken into account.
I didn't say that. He said that. I have no idea.
It's always annoying.
Normally, your main engine will override that force.
True. Good. I guess I'll take off probably.
But it's still some people consider it long-term design.
So I think these guys are too high up. Let's first off, let's see where we're at. Let's finish the aerodynamics.
Talk about long-term design. Elon's gonna send people upwind?
Like me, supposedly. Yeah. Power to boards. Well, I sure hope he tested everything well enough. Clearly Boeing did not. Had their Starliner problems.
You gotta think big, yeah. Like landing on other planets, high risk environments, power, aborts, etc.
So I kind of like these guys right about here.
Boeing did a big lump of me, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like that stage to be like that.
I can hardly hear you for the music.
Okay. Alright. Do that. Is that better?
No.
No?
Yeah, I just told him. Boeing surprises me with how much went wrong. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, right? Well, I'm sure they'll work it out. They get paid
Heads
a lot
are
of
gonna
money
roll.
to figure it out. Yeah, no doubt. Let's see here. We're nice and symmetrical, yay? Looks like it. So this north and south engine, it's going to want to go east or west. I want to go east. Yes.
Go east, young man. Nobody said that.
Yes, east. Now then, so my little blue ball is right inside the top of the yellow ball. This is going to make him at least somewhat able to
west.
tilt.
Always west.
So, I don't have enough power to go east or west.
Unless you have a dang good reason to go west. I go west. West.
So, if we take said boosters off, right?
Why?
To analyze the placement, the aerodynamic versus center of mass. So once the boosters fly off, it's going to want to just keep going in the direction it's going as long as it's in the atmosphere, because of that configuration.
Yeah.
With the boosters on, and it's pretty near each other, I'm going to be able to tilt it, but hopefully not so much that it wants to fall over and flip. So goes the theory. Plus, I'm going to take off at like
West.
yeah. Take off at maybe like 2/3 power in the center core. That was my original thought, and that'll change this dynamic somewhat as well. So take off at full power, get up a little ways, reduce power so I don't overheat.
You have to consider that when the SRB separates, the mass is going to be wildly different because of the burnt liquid fuel.
True, but I don't think it's going to go that far down. I don't think they're going to invert. So, plus hopefully we'll be out of the atmosphere by then.
It's going to go up.
Yeah, it's going to go up. I know this guy goes up.
Center of mass anyway as you burn.
Save, let's see, boosters, main engine, decouple of the boosters, just decouple
So yeah,
stage.
staging fins, those are the things. I know decouplers and heat shield.
I'm going to keep these separate for the moment so I can make a decision after I ditch the first stage. Coast a little to an altitude. I'm going to try that maneuver. And then we've got that, and we got a parachute, and we got our heat shield. And our contract is to test that. It said heat shield. And their swivel engine as well. So let us be off. Yes.
Staging looks pretty good then. Did you save it?
Yes. Luckily that auto saves. Unlike other parts, apparently. Actually, apparently it did save. So, is this the spot where I should save? Is that the idea? And what would that key be?
Wait, is there a heat shield test with a super tight speed requirements?
I don't know how super tight the speed requirements. 16,
Those
20,
part of
21.
my French suck.
Well, we managed to do it once before.
Yep, it is. Well, that's what we got. Good luck.
Yeah, we succeeded once.
It's the hardest mission.
Really? Great. Well then, but now I'm encouraged because
I'm encouraged.
We did manage to do it.
I'm encouraged
Somewhere
to
along
do
the
the
line.
hardest mission.
All right. So now we're looking side on.
I've been
Our goal
too many
is to
places
go up
in the
and
Kerbal
east.
system, but
SAS on. Throttle to full or 2/3. Let's
just
try that.
avoid those super tight, boring nerd stuff and go to Pluto. Go for Pluto.
Alright. 100% burn on the center core. SAS is on.
Sass.
Staging's good. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Go. Dreaming of Cell Forbidden Seas. Pat is go.
As we get up here and we burn off some of that fuel.
I did not want to go on Forbidden Seas. Screw that. I want to go where everybody knows where I'm at.
Alright.
I know where you are, the Forbidden Sea.
Is that a place name? Something like Badwater in the
No.
Death Valley?
I'm not going to Badwater either.
Death Valley.
It's the concept for Moby Dick.
Ah. Let's see where we're at here. I want to get far over. Maybe not that far over. Come on.
Sailing and traveling to strange and often dangerous but wondrous places. That's what space travel is all about, isn't it? Yeah? Jimmy Buffett also has some books like that. He wants to go into space forever.
That's my retirement plan. Cruise out in space and just... Oh, wait.
Let's go there and touch it with the robot. Poke it with the stick.
Oh, dang it. Out of fuel. Well, I didn't get into an orbit with that stage. Where's my Apo here? 127,000.
Blind burn once again. Go for AP burn. Apo burn.
So, right, when I get to the Apo...
You're very far from there.
Actually, it doesn't say how far I am from there. I guess that's a feature I gotta earn or something. But in any case, when I get there, I want to be roughly this orientation. Yes.
Dude.
Pretty much horizontal to the planet.
Standing by for orbital insertion burn. Ouch! That hurts. That doesn't sound...
So we're at full throttle, so next stage is to fire this engine. It's got 2,600 meters per second, so that should be enough to get into an orbit and get out of an orbit. Yes? Sure thing, right?
I have no
closer
idea.
to see this where I'm at here. A decent
Should
chance.
have a decent chance.
So should I just totally wait until the apoapsis, or maybe go a little early?
Go for apoapsis burn, it says.
Alright.
Don't try to do it early. Ready when you are captain. Do not let him be the captain.
There we go. I don't know, sometimes it doesn't want to fire when I'm in that
Oh
mode.
boy. Early burns can be good. Am I the captain then? No, I'm the captain!
No, I am the captain now. You heard Capcom?
You are Capcom!
Uh-oh, where am I flying? What am I doing? Close enough. Oh, yay, cool. Yeah, periapsis 81. Yay, that's at least a decent, safe orbit. I got enough fuel to deorbit. Apparently, deorbit is easy. It doesn't take much of any fuel to deorbit. So we're cruising around the planet just a bit.
Decent, safe enough orbit. Platoons.
Let's see, how are we for the moon? Let us target the moon. I can't target the moon. Really? I can't target the moon?
Go for the science and EVA.
I don't know if I'm back to the lack of EVA yet. Let's see.
You need advanced checking to go for the moon.
Nothing for the report. I've done it already, apparently.
What's IMO?
The insertion maneuver to get change the orbit.
Oh, in my opinion.
Oh, in my opinion. I thought it was something.
IMO was a yogurt my grandma used to feed me.
Lights are on. Just to burn some electricity for some reason.
Go lay down, my girl.
Let's see.
Go lay down, my girl.
Alright. Well, I suppose I can...
Let me get you.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to stabilize here a little bit. Heat shield. Maybe. He's looking down, isn't he? Kind of sideways. Let's see. Since we're in a nice little stable orbit. If I... Ooh, carefully. Rotate to there-ish. Let's go see what the view is.
Lights are on so Jeb can see that the space is really dark. The planet is very blue. I don't know how you control your speed within the desired parameters. During the re-entry, I mean.
Oh, there's the adventure that we're looking for.
I would take pictures of all that.
So the plan for retirement is to get on the rocket with enough food and recyclables and so on to live for a good 10 years or so. And just fly out and ricochet around various planets, taking pictures and, transmit it all back. And, it'd be like the ultimate picture vacation retirement. I don't know, how fragile is Kerbal? It seems to put up with a lot of explosions on its surface.
Soaking up those good cosmic rays that are radiation filled.
Well, cosmic rays are relatively stoppable by big bags of water, which you need
but literally
anyway,
being
right?
a part of the stars again is worth it to me.
Right. Alright, how do we get back to the view? There we are.
I think it would be worth it. I think retirement might be fine until you fly by Jupiter and take a photo safari on low. But worth it. I would love to land on one of
Io.
on low.
Io is the moon, I think. Isn't it one of the moons? Yeah. I think that's what you say. Yeah, Io.
Io.
The moon, Io, of Jupiter.
You guys are way smarter than I am. It's a volcanic pizza-looking moon, huh?
Yeah. That may not be the best place to live.
Pizza. It's horridly aerated. That doesn't sound fun. How would you land there?
I don't know, but maybe you don't only land once.
It's very volcanically active. No way, I don't want to go there. I don't want to fly by it. It has gigantic lava seas. Oh, that would be beautiful to see. It would be like a heavy metal album in real life. Ted Nugent screaming his head off.
Right.
Hello, everybody new coming in.
I don't know how we quite missed the swivel engine on takeoff, but I guess.
Heavy Metal, remember that? That was a good cartoon.
Oh, the movie? Yeah. I got to see that when I was entirely too young for it. Messed me up for life. What was the other one that came out at the same time? Or around the same time? Like maybe it was The Wall or something else.
It is The Wall.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that.
Sitting around talking ancient history while we're flying around Kerbal. Suppose we can deorbit just about any time now, right? Oh, let's do whatever else. Did I get the crew report? Oh, that's right. The crew report wasn't good for nothing. And I can't EVA yet anyway.
So, Captain, what's your plan for controlling your speed during re-entry for the heat shield test? He has no plan for that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he does.
It's a dangerous plan. We're going in ass end first with the rest of my rocket, and I'm going to burn up that fuel.
Magic.
Something like that.
Living on a prayer.
First, let us go to our orbital mode and make for a nice shallow return. So, if we want the low spot in our orbit to get closer to the planet.
Controlled re-entry is going to be fickle.
Ain't it?
Controlled re-entry, question mark? It's going to be fickle.
Yeah, we'll see.
Fickle is as fickle does.
So if you burn at the apoapsis, you affect the periapsis. And if you burn at the periapsis, you affect the apoapsis. So if you want to reduce your...
So he says, I've had my fun with it. And by fun, I mean failing 30 times.
Yeah, right.
We know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not broadcasting every hour of playtime here.
He never did it manned either. Oh.
So this, if we go to fire at the periapsis to bring the apoapsis all the way down to the planet, we're going to do a lot of burn. If we burn at the apoapsis to bring the periapsis down, it's going to be like a second.
You can't do it for a second.
Yeah, it's going to be short, super short burn.
Yeah, well, that will burn up.
Well, no, what it'll do is it'll create this kind of long path into the atmosphere.
You also have a baby pancake heat shield. See? Wimple, wimple, wimple.
Well, true.
I agree.
But then again, I don't want it to be too steep either. So I'm not sure what maybe the best exact angle is here.
You don't know. It's going to be a wacky time for realsies.
Yeah, right? I hate not knowing how long it is till the next thing.
Let's do it.
Alright.
I love how much thought you're putting into the chairs on the deck of the Titanic as it goes down.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll live. I'll save this for the day. Mark the tape for next memorial.
You guys are all gloom and doom. And he lives.
Sorry.
He'll live.
We're almost at the apoapsis. That is pretty close. Let us try a non-blind burn.
Remember this. I remember what you said.
And we will want to be...
These words. Remember these words.
That's not the direction I want to be pointing. That is not the direction I want to be pointing.
Well, Sam.
There we go. There we go. Ooh. Overshoot.
He said he was going to die last time and he didn't.
I know. It's because the game is far more forgiving than real life, I think. I'm not sure how to make all those changes to where everything's all super realistic, but I'm not sure I want to yet either. Alright, what do you think? We're going to have like a 1 or 2 second burn maybe?
An engineer on Kerbal wakes up in a cold sweat.
Alright, we're not going to do a full power burn because we're not going to try anything super accurate here. We'll just do a little partial burn. Just a little bitty burn in the opposite direction. You ready?
What is it? Nothing. I just had a bad dream. Yes.
Ooh, there it is. Come close, come close.
A very bad dream. That all your stuff is gone. Because you hit F9 too many times.
Close enough.
Old Bort.
Is that too sharp, you think? You think maybe that's going to be like too much time in the hot
ballistic. Oh, you know you're going into the ground. Have fun. Oh, I hope not.
What do you think I was supposed to do? Just barely touch the atmosphere? Because I don't make me go prograde on you right now.
Looks like a ghost.
Alright, well then I'll prograde until I've got a little bit more air resistance to deal with. Let's see.
I don't know what you need to do for this. Neither does he. He's just going to wing it, man.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're winging it. We got lots of fuel. So we can fiddle fart a little here and there.
Since the speed requirement is tight and very low altitude,
oh, I don't know.
You need to come in slow.
Right. That was my plan. So I want to do a little prograde, and we're going to take it through the atmosphere a little bit.
I bet you'll be going too slow.
Too slow, right?
Come on.
There
Maybe not. Because you'll overcompensate. Dudes often overcompensate.
13 kilometer periapsis. We'll see.
And then it does a kind of a runaway cascade. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
See? Now we're taking all the atmosphere. So the atmosphere is going to slow us down. And we're not designed to run into the circle. What is all that then? What is all this then?
Take your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
These are all the things that are in my sphere.
I'm coughing.
Sometimes we need a faster mute button.
$2 a gander.
Alright, well.
The man who burnt into dust or the zero hero?
How far along should we warp? Let's not warp too fast or too far. Maybe do like 10x.
About choked on that drink of water, sorry. I checked out.
I know it'll cut us off, but I want to stop way before that.
Standing fireworks for frustration.
Wait. Retrograde.
At least he didn't like do Mach 4 or whatever and then really crash it into the ground.
Come on.
Did I give him an idea?
Come on. Where are we?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Barely see it.
It's a heavy craft with its fuel.
Yes.
But it has that heavy engine.
Yes.
Jebediah looks happy. Check him out. He's
He'll
like,
be happy for a moment.
Look
See
at
if
over
there's
there.
useful crew report here. Nah. Alright.
I don't know.
Right.
Oh, he's burning. Something's burning.
This is re-entry.
Jeb just enjoys the flight.
Doesn't he, though?
The journey.
Alright. You ready for some drama?
Drama-rama.
Intact re-entry.
Re-entry start. Yeah, well. Prepare for pain.
Oh,
Come on, let's just prepare for real. He's gonna live. Come on, Jebediah.
I got a plan. We got lots of fuel. We're not overheating so far. We're doing okay.
I don't see any bars.
Oh, now we got bars.
He'll live.
Now we go full throttle burn. Slower cells
It's more the
down.
mission I'm talking about. Yeah, he'll never remember the mission. He's too busy doing his other stuff. What's the mission? Overcompensating. See how it goes?
Alright. Now we're slowed down a good bit.
As predicted. Yep. As predicted.
Alright, now where are we?
I'm an oracle.
We need to slow our speed even more. Oh, but we got
Are you
no
huffing
fuel.
vapors to be an oracle? Are you?
Alright, we're out. We're out on that. We're down to testing
Also
the heat
too
shield.
slow.
We just need to slow down. Oh, we're out.
Too
from
slow
under.
already.
We're out from under the altitude. Dang it.
Dude.
Test heat shield, speed. Yeah, too slow. And the swivel
Told
engine.
you, dog.
Oh. Well, we already had selected those contracts, so there's not a whole lot we can do about them now. Can't scrap a contract? How's that work? Can't just be like, we're not going to do that now.
Well, at least Jebediah doesn't die. I bet you're going too slow because you'll overcompensate.
What, by retro burning?
I heard that.
Good time for a parachute.
Hi, everybody.
Well, no
As I
contract
predicted in my
fulfilled.
simulation brain.
No contracts fulfilled. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, Jeb is safe. That is really the main thing.
This
Souls
is true.
being
We are
saved.
saving. We are keeping Jeb safe
How-
this time.
Why do you do manned spacecraft?
Why do I do a manned spacecraft? Because I don't have enough science to buy the remote one yet. The remote command module.
So he had to do manned ones first as well.
I assume that's everyone follows pretty much the same path.
You can just tell these little pancake heat shield people just tested inside of ovens.
Right. Well, I think they said the engine
Well,
was
it made
easier.
it. He made it.
He survived.
I did manned ones for as short as time as possible.
True. Which I had gotten to that point, but F9. See these fat fingers? Well, I can't control it with the keyboard. This is a whole lot easier for me to manage. Now, it doesn't help my decision-making process, apparently, but...
As soon as I could get probe core stuff from gathering surface science around the facility, I don't know why he won't gather first surface science.
How am I going to get surface science?
He won't do it.
Get out on the launch pad and walk around? Is that the idea? Because I could take off in a little bitty rocket and land in another part of the area, but...
Free science are gathering dirt samples and looking around the facility. I'm not joking.
Alright. But I gotta get him out and him walking around, huh?
I don't want to do surface science. I'd rather launch 4 rockets. Exactly what he just said.
But the science you gain.
Or rocket.
True. Well, this is true.
Science
Apparently,
equals rocket.
science equals rocket. Well, let's see. Let's run on down to the water here.
Put on down to the water. 157 meters, which I have absolutely no idea how much that means.
Just think meters a yard. It's close enough
Don't smash into it.
for government work. Meters
Time
a yard, close enough for government work. Can I do EVA here now? Let's do EVA here, I believe.
Don't die, Jebediah.
Why'd you take your helmet off?
I know a meter is like 3 feet or whatever.
Roughly.
His feet are weird. Feet are awesome. Just a heads up, your stream chat is on followers only mode.
What's that?
I think that's the idea. Yeah, because we had some
Yeah.
trolls.
We had one, and that was enough. But it's only for a minute. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's only for 1 minute. Conference.
Apparently, it's the minimum. And we're boarded. And we recover. Woo-hoo.
Did he live?
Yes, he lived. And he EVA'd and all sorts of stuff.
Minute is nominal.
Alright, we got 10 science there.
Thank you, then.
3.2. Pretty good.
Jeff is safe and embarrassed. Aw.
How's he embarrassed? He had a good time. We got into an orbit. He came down. Wait, does he still not have any? Yeah, he finally got a star
Heat
at least.
shield's untested.
Yeah. Alright, so how is it I just go about walking around?
How does it go on walking around? He said go look at stuff too. Free science from gathering dirt samples and looking around the facility, and I'm not joking. You can spawn a capsule on the ground and just walk.
Well, I suppose.
Super simple, sure.
Launch. Isn't that going to be design a rover? Yeah.
Or design a rover. Exactly what he's going to do, of course. But you don't have parts for the rover, do you?
Probably not. EVA. Let's see, where are you?
I love me some rovers.
Let go. Stand up, you.
Oh, I put in the sun. I love me rovers. I crash tested my rovers and they were safe. He doesn't look like he's having a good time.
He seems to be having some trouble.
That's why he can't hold his head up.
Apparently he's not connected to the player.
Yeah.
Jib's just gonna cruise around here. See this whole platform? With the steel mesh and the blast tunnels? That's what we upgraded the launch pad for.
Hydrazine poisoning. Why?
I don't think
I don't know.
backpack.
Smear some into your glove.
Alright.
What is that? What are you smearing into your glove?
I don't know what he's smearing into.
Surface samples, EVA report, etc. Look how happy he is.
He dances a lot better than I do.
Surface samples, EVA report, etc.
EVA report.
You gather samples from each part of the facility, including the rocket track to the VAB.
Where is the sample thing? I don't see. Is it you point on the item instead of Jib? Come on, Jib.
And flagpoles.
And flagpoles. Don't walk off the side, Jib.
I don't know if you have surface samples unlocked yet. Everything has science, but you can carry only one. Only carry one. Doo-doo-doo.
Move neck ring.
You can store multiple samples in the capsule, but not Jeb.
So I gotta walk back and forth. Ah. Of course, his little retro rockets aren't nearly powerful enough to launch him on the ground. So, what do we just recover now? What have we got so far?
Cover vessel.
Well, yes, but
this is a good time for surface EVA training on Moon, Minmus, and abroad.
That's an extra 2.4. Let's go get more rocket.
Go get more rocket.
15 for survivability. Sure. What else?
Figuring out how to climb up slopes, not slip recovering from falls, etc. Yay, a real heat shield.
Yes. Real heat shield. Alright. Let's see. Where do we want to go from here?
And a science thingy. Barometer.
Yeah. Let's recover that little vessel. Alright. Well, we're not quite back where we were before I hit the wrong button. But Jeb's still alive and he's been more
Alright, you got
successful.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah. That's
Alright.
2 hours.
Alright, well.
I like the
What should
idea
we
of
do
a
next?
giant crane moving a tiny capsule out to the pad. Jeb just wandering around in the distance.
Well, he gets distracted easily, Jeb.
How can he get distracted easily and strapped into a rocket and shot up into space?
Because I'm the one controlling it from the ground. He's just along for the ride. Alright, let's go back to our previously semi-perfected rocket.
He's been a bit rattled. No spit. With us, especially. Are you changing the names of these rockets?
Well, this was the one I wanted to name this one. With the better heat shield.
Yes, you need the better heat shield.
So this...
Make sure to name your rockets.
This was the
Sure.
stack that I had managed to be super successful in various orbital missions before the reset. So, that's my fave so far.
Alright.
Now we're supposed to test this here swivel engine. Right?
Yep.
So, should we rebuild the stack from the ground up or just edit this one? Can you like save as?
A good name means not having to lose it later.
Yeah. Not so much of the save as, is there?
That says new.
Don't
do that because it might start it over.
Well then, we'll probably just name it something new, right? So, this one is just going to be...
Save as. Rename and save as is the same.
We're just going to have it be a 4S, which means it is just the capsule and the heat shield, 4 engines, or 4 fuel tanks, engine, the swivel engine, that we need to test for our contract, and of course fins. We do need fins. Now that we renamed it, we'll save it. We can delete all of that. So essentially we're just testing our first stage. Or second stage, rather. But you're going to need more
Ford
fins.
doesn't sound very marketable to the public.
4S. Well, you know, most of the letter number combinations didn't have great reps. The A1 rocket, the V2, the V1, they were not good rocket. Well, they were good rockets from a technical standpoint.
Rockets named after monsters or powerful creatures.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, except we're practical. And we know that everything has to have a number.
Alright. So, this bad boy is going to... We want it to take off and be aerodynamic authority, and then as it drains, it becomes
Gods and goddesses.
turnable. So there, that ought to be useful. So that's just tank's engine and fins.
Oh, the music just started again.
Yes.
It might get crazy loud.
I don't know, you got loud. I cut it down here, but alright, so what's the very Kerbal name for a rocket? Mythical, strong Kerbal beast.
I don't know any Kerbal mythology at this moment.
Let's see, it's of course going to be standard mythology, but just with Kerbalized names, right?
Kerberos.
Kerberos. Sure, why not?
Kerberos.
Kerberos. The Kerberos Forest. Well, I'm still trying to hit Control S to save it.
Don't
might
work.
work. Which might work, but it might do something else, apparently. Alright, so we're going to take off. We're maybe going to head east, maybe kind of like that. And then we're going to like cruise in, you know, land and stuff. Check staging. It should be easy. We got an engine, we got a stage, and we got a parachute. Sound good?
Yep.
Good? Cute. And we're off. Yeah.
Our little suborbital casual flight.
Yeah, well, we're going to see if we can't get at least the swivel engine. If not the swivel engine, well, we don't have that.
Still highly dangerous, but...
Well, we want to see if we can get that swivel engine test done. And they said it's best to get this done...
I was going to call it the splatter. Alright.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully I've gotten a little bit enough education and training to keep from doing that anymore, but alright. So yeah, hopefully we can test the swivel engine on the way up. It's easier to control your speed and altitude going up. So
that name might fit depending on how this goes. Alright, yep. 3, 2, 1, go!
It would help to be full throttle.
Launch checklist.
Yeah, launch checklist SAS, full throttle. We're okay though.
No guidance.
We got guidance on. How is it Jeb earned himself some abilities on the autopilot. Yay.
No control surfaces.
But it's a swivel engine.
This is all gimbal.
It's not going to be good testing it going downward, I think.
Easy to turn, hard to save.
Yeah, I think we are.
Swivel is the nickname for the engine. It's heavy.
I thought it was supposed to be on a swivel gimbal, like 3 degrees or something.
Yeah, there it goes.
We'll give it a little more power. Helps give it a little more control authority.
It is.
And staging. Alright, cool. Where are we now? 62. We may not quite make it to space. We're certainly not going to maintain orbit, obviously. What do we got?
Go for re-entry. It's swivel, but it's also its nickname.
Get ourselves retrograde. Yeah, we would have had to take off at a much lower speed or much lower throttle.
Everybody likes to watch it crash. Trajectory? Question mark?
Trajectory? Yeah, we're going to fly over here and land over there. Apparently in the water.
That's his scientific.
Steep. Yeah, this is true. But we've got this big thick heat shield now. So
yeah.
We're going to put it to the test. Unfortunately, it's not the one we have a contract to test. But that will come again later.
Hopefully you'll be fine. Don't worry.
Perfectly fine. Just piloting in wobbly-ish kind of.
Oh.
How's my going east angled relative to the moon?
A little closer to the island due to planet rotation, I think. Oh, that'd be good.
It looks like I got pretty decent orbit angle took off purely east, or pretty close to pure east. I'll practice that until I can have it programmed. Well, the contracts aren't probably going to be fulfilled. They can go away for now. We're just going to let it cruise along. Direct injections. Yeah.
I'm going to keep my thoughts and words to myself.
Time point shoot. It is a lot easier with the maneuver nodes to plan all that, that's for sure. I had planned one out.
Straight shot.
I thought I was going to go out and do that whole free return figure 8 kind of thing around the moon. Yeah. I did a figure 8 right into the surface. Moon death. It was not good.
Worked easy peasy for him.
I opened my eyes. This light. This makes me all squinty.
I go for an orbit capture. Just gotta target the moon before the launch and wait till it ascends like 10 to 15 degrees, I think.
So you can take off and capture it in the same maneuver? Blast like a bat out of heck. Well, I guess there is that. Just aim and fire.
Orbit capture to help with slowdown. Apoapsis.
It's going to be a bit steep, you say. Oh, he's all upside down. Get back into position, Jeb. Well, let's see. What can we do here? Crew report.
I did learn from trial and error with robots and wanting to make it easy on myself.
Lights are on.
And kind of by accident. Yeah, that's too.
Yeah. Let's see. Control from
lights
here.
on.
Aren't I doing that already? So I turned on the advanced tweakables, they call it. Lets you look around a little bit more. And some of this stuff might as well be Greek.
It became my de facto way of getting to moon reliably.
I might try that. I took, I think it was your advice last time, and I started doing a whole bunch of,
Look at Jebediah, he looks so happy.
Yeah.
I go in bed until I'm sure they won't die. Yeah, we didn't think about that.
We're gonna get there. That's how I perfected the 747S rocket, whatever the hell that was.
Definitely and always.
Whatever the hell I called it. So he's just going to cruise around. See. Look down at the... Ooh, don't look so fast.
Unmanned is always optimal unless you are certain of mission success.
I actually went to a space symposium, and one of the guys there made the argument that we're not advancing fast enough in space because we're not willing to put people's lives at risk anymore. At least not like we were in the 60s. And, that was the...
We really aren't. Apollo 11 didn't have this luxury.
Nah. But there are people that are willing to take the risk.
Elon's willing to take the risk.
Well, I don't know if he's willing to fly his own craft the first time, like roller coaster makers ride their own ride, right? Hey, Elon, you gonna be in that first ride?
Space shuttle kind of went too far.
I don't know why we necessarily had to be done with it when we did.
We didn't have to be done with it.
We could have kept it going for
it's
a
still
little
viable.
longer, at least until these guys caught up. Yeah. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. That was kind of one of those defining points in our childhood, right?
It was
Walking
the
up to the
lives
TV.
that lost were more expensive. I agree.
Yeah, true. See, and then just like randomly the music stops for some reason.
For me, it was the Columbia. Which one did you see? The Columbia, right?
Yeah, well, I saw both of them, but yeah, Columbia was the one in high school or middle school. Oh, paying attention to the wrong thing here.
Stop doing that.
Well, it's okay. Okay, good. I kept myself in retro. 12,000. Going too fast. We'll slow down here.
I was very little, but I remember the picture in the paper and hearing Bush talk about it on the radio.
Well,
I remember every single minute of every single bit of it. So I'm old.
So years before the Columbia disaster, I had what I remember to be a dream of me walking into my living room at home, sitting down on the couch, looking out into the living room with the TV being in a different places back when the TV was a major piece of furniture. And like had a tabletop on the top of it. And it was sitting over in one spot where it wasn't at the time of the dream located. And another couch over here. My brother, who was halfway across the country, halfway across the country at the time of the dream, was there. And then my little nephew comes in. None of that I expected. But on the TV was the repetitive opening sequence to $6 Million Man, which looks slightly similar to the repetitive replay of the Columbia disaster. And sure enough, the day of the disaster, I came into the living room. It had been rearranged that day by my mom exactly into that layout.
So weird.
I was like, my mom had all these books about seeing the future and all like that. And I'm like, great, they're going to show me my future. And it's going to be sitting in front of a keyboard, typing away in the middle of the night. Or watching an event that I just have no idea looks different than somebody watching a TV show.
I think it was the $6 Million Man. It was really happening.
Yeah, right. And fat lot of good that would have. Let's turn the light off now.
Splashdown confirmed. And you live, Jebediah.
We got some science from that crew report at least. Can he EVA?
He's dancing.
Let's see. EVA report. No more additional science for that one.
Get it back in the shuttle or whatever that thing is.
The capsule.
For the love of God.
And let's get recovery.
Woo. Let's see what I got. Oh,
we're about to. 2 more science.
Hi, everybody new coming in.
Let's see. Got some various funds from some parts.
Suez kind of made America wonder what happened to our capsules. I mean, we only had them for a little bit by comparison.
But they work for a reason, like for aerodynamic and physics reasons that don't change over time. So they only change by mass and surface area and the like, and strength of materials. Let's see, where are we? What have we got done? I think we're about done for today, aren't we? Let's see. Check out the astronaut complex. Why is Bill so stupid? What's that about? Remember to save. Make a name to save. As of this point, you're saying? in the westward. Save game.
See your progress to prevent another catastrophe. Maroon.
Hey, you're adding things to what they're saying.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Don't be added to the comments now. You feel free to subtract from. Quick save. What do we want to call this? We're going to call it Return to Day 2, I guess.
Oh, man.
Space plane hangar. That ain't going to happen. What's the administration building after all? Mortimer has
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I had a good time. We're going to come back on Saturday night.
Yeah, we're thinking we're going to be more or less regular Wednesday, Saturday. Got to get to the moon. Yeah, that's the idea. Public relations. Bailout grant.
Do that or bust. You do?
Research rights.
Or die. So, I'll have much to learn about these.
At least NASA's research
Pluto.
comes to the public.
Pluto's not a planet, right?
It's a planetoid or a dwarf
Oh,
planet
Kerbal,
or a
excuse
little
me.
planet.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about anything Kerbal outside of this game, so if my husband needs to say anything to me right now, it'd be the good time to do that.
Yes, there's a whole wiki page about Kerbal, and
I'm not reading a wiki page.
I don't know about these strategies and such.
Pretty
but it seems
much, except it has none of the cool stuff Pluto has.
Let's see, what else have we not looked at? Mission control. Not space plane. Well, we haven't looked around the space plane hangar. Let's see, what kind of space plane can you build? Apparently the same kind of space plane. Alright, well, we'll check that out later. Alrighty.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks, we'll see you next time.